Hi, my name is Ijoma Mbama. Let me go straight to the point. So I want to ask a question and then I'd like to make a statement, like at the same time. Use one stone to bite two birds, like they say. Um, so when a person is born into a home, the person is born into the existing system as a child, existing religion, existing spiritual practice, existing whatever, is going on, existing tradition, norms, values in the home and all of that. And as a child may not necessarily have a lot of say, right? As a child, you're more likely to just toe the path of your parents because you are still a child. But there's always time for everything. As people grow into maturity, um, individuals get to a point in their lives where they have to follow their own path, be it in whatever, whether it's in career, occupation, marriage, religion, spirituality, whatever it is. Everybody gets to that point when it is time, they just have to follow their own path. So this is what I want to ask, where this brings me to. Do parents have the right to tell a person who has come to a place of maturity, like when that time has come? Do parents have the right to maybe force their child who is now maybe 40 years plus or in their 30s or 20s, force them to stick to a religion or spirituality or tradition or beliefs that they no longer identify with, right? That they no longer identify with. I mean, I've seen Muslims who convert to Christianity, and I've seen Christians who converted to Islamic religion. Some people get married, they are Christians, they get married to they get married to a person who is not a Christian and automatically converts to that person's religion, and everybody is cool with it. And then there are people who just want to fight it, who feel like it's never going to work because, you grew up in this particular system, so it has to continue to be that. What if that system does not exactly align with your personal destiny? Because you see, at the end of the day, destiny is personal. Everybody might not be in agreement. Family members may not be in agreement. And it's not compulsory that they all be in agreement. Because like I said, it's personal. It's personal at the end of the day. So do parents have that right to force a person to stick to that belief or custom? Maybe custom is not the word here. Let me just stick to belief, religion, or whatever it is, that the family has been used to. Now you want to break out and you want to be your own person, what you identify with strongly in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, even if they don't understand it and they don't agree with it. I really think and do believe and do know that destiny is personal. Destiny is personal. It's not mass communication. The communication was not disseminated to a mass audience. It was disseminated to one person at a time. One person at a time. It's a personal relationship, a personal conviction. So everybody may not understand, everybody may not agree. And I really don't see that to be a problem, especially when it aligns with your spirit and you know what you're doing. I feel like people should even be allowed to make their own mistakes if that's how they have to learn. If that's how they have to learn. Yeah, they can be guided, but parents should learn, families should know how to allow a person follow their own path because we are different people. The fact that I gave birth to my child does not mean that my child must do what I do, follow my path, believe in what I believe in. What if my child is called to a different path from mine? What if? What if I was too scared and too afraid to accept my path, and now my child is here to take up from me. What am I supposed to be doing? Fighting my child just because I was not bold enough to do what I was supposed to do. So now I want to try to stop my child from doing what is the right thing. That's what a lot of people are doing. And I do not think it's the right thing to do. As a parent, if you refuse to follow your path and now your child is here to take up the mantle, let them be. Whatever it is that you were scared of as a parent that made you not to do what you were meant to do. You just wanted to follow the crowd so that you be accepted and be a good person in everybody's eyes. Now you have a child bold enough to be different, to stand out and say, hey, I don't want to follow the crowd. I'm going to do what I'm meant to do. I'm going to say what I'm meant to say. I'm going to stand out, and I don't care who's with me, who's not with me, who's listening, who's not listening. I'm just going to do it because it's the right thing to do. Sometimes these people are just too scared to accept the truth because they're not bold enough to do it themselves. So they try to stop you who's trying to do it. Don't fall for it. It's a scam.